Hello everyone, welcome to UNC virtual platform about the topic of computer graphics field, that's your visible surface detection methods. Okay, so here is an abstract contents which I will discuss on today's class. So on today's sessions, first I will describe about the introduction concept of the surface detection mechanisms. Then after I will discuss different algorithms or methodology through which all over the different images to be detected by using different methods, that's your backface detection and depth buffer methods. So now to start our initial concept introduction about surface detection mechanisms. As you know, in case of 3D object representation, when the viewers to be viewing any types of 3D object, in this case the viewers only to be viewing the front portion or edges of the given 3D object. That means some partial portions the user cannot be viewing when any 3D object that to be viewing above the part of 3D screen or 2D planes. Okay, so how all over the realistic images that to be accessing or that to be detecting the visible portion of the given object which is to be available for viewing all over the pictures in an accuracy way. So in this case, how we have to detecting all over the visible portion of the given 3D object, and also how we have to eliminate all over the hidden object of the given surface. So that we have used the concept of surface detection mechanisms. That means here the surface detection mechanisms to be provides some algorithm, some methodology through which the user or the viewers to be easily viewing all over the graphical elements which is to be viewing on realistic ways. Okay, that means the surface detection mechanisms to be used hidden surface elimination methods, and also that to be identifying the visible parts of the scene from a viewpoint, and also how that to be possible by using some numerous algorithms, more memory space, more processing times only for special types of object. That means if any object that to be consuming more memory space, more processing time, and also that to be worked and that to be functions for special purpose, in this case we have to use the surface detection technique mechanisms. Okay. After that it to be checked, it to be deciding a method for a particular applications, how that to be avoiding the time consuming process, that means complexity of the scenes, types of object, available equipment, static or animated scene. That means that to be deciding all of the attributes through which the viewers to be accessing all over the visible portion of the given object. Okay, that all over the things to be detected by using your visible surface detection mechanisms. Okay, so now goes to our next concept, that's your classification of visible surface detection algorithms. That means in case of surface detection methods, when the viewers to be viewing or accessing all over the visible surface object part elements, in this case the viewers to be uses different types of algorithms through which the computer to be detected the visible portions and eliminated all over the invisible portion of the given 3D object. So here it to be uses two methods for accessing all over the visible surface object elements. The two are, that's your one is image processing methods and another one is the object space methods. By using your object space methods, here all over the object that to be scanning the partial portion of the object that to be scanning, that to be comparing with the object space. If any partial object elements that to be available in between your given space, then it to be accessing these portions. After that check the next portions which is to be available above the scene. That means object by object, portion by portion of the graphics elements that to be scanned in case of object methods. But whenever that to be uses the image space methods, in this case all over the visible surface object that to be accesses point by pointed. As you know, the image to be always created by consisting discrete number of pixel elements. So whenever the visible surface detection technique to be applied the image space methods, here all over the visible surface object to be scanning point by point, that means pixel by pixels. Okay, that means here the object space methods to be used for directly how all over the projected images to be accessed. That means it to be accessed by using some visible surface algorithm mechanisms through which all over the data to be accessed object space by space. That means compare the objects and parts of object to each other as the scene definitions to be provided. For examples, that's your line display algorithms. Okay, that means in case of object space methods, here the surface detection techniques to be compares the objects and parts of objects to each other within the scene definition to determine which surface as a whole or maybe the partial portions which is to be visible, that to be viewing above the part of output scenes. Okay, so in this case the object to be do first to be determine those parts of the object whose view is unobstructed by other parts of it or any other object with respect to the viewing specifications. Okay, and after that it to be draw those parts in the object, colors, and finally that to be concatenating all over the objects to producing the realistic image. Okay, so for example in this case that's your line display algorithms. Okay, so now goes to our next concept, that's your image space methods. That means by using image space methods also the surface rendering technique to be detecting all over the visible surface object part elements. So what is the term of image space methods? Here image space methods visibility is determined point by point at each pixel position on the projection plane. That means, for example, suppose here first it determine the object closest to the viewer, that is pierced by the projector through the pixels, then after draw the pixels with the object colors. Okay, that means here for each pixels examine all n objects to determine the one is closest of the given viewers. If there are p pixels in the image, complexity depends upon n and p, that's your O of n p, and here accuracy of the calculation is bounded by the display resolutions, and here the change of display resolution requires recalculations, as here all over the pixels to be calculated by using pixel by pixel. So here the resolutions to be dynamically calculated at the time of picture's view up. Okay, so now goes to our next concept, that's your sorting and coherence methods. That means the sorting and coherence methods to be used when the viewers to be viewing all over the different 3D object. In this case, first the surface detection technique to be provides in which constant ways all over the pictures you have to viewing by using your object space or image space. If you have to choose any one of the methods, then after the surface detection techniques to be provides in which methodology you have to execute it from top to bottom approach or bottom to top approach. That means all over the images whenever you have to viewing, that to be scanning from left to right or right to left, so that it to be uses different types of coherence technique for improving the performance of the given data detection mechanisms. Okay, so here it uses different types of methodology. For examples, first one is the sorting, facilitate depth comparisons, ordering the surfaces according to their distance from the view planes. And another types of coherence techniques that to be uses, how to advantageous regulative for executing all over the different types of shapes, polygon elements. In this case, it uses epipolar geometry and topological coherence. Okay. So now goes to our next concept, that means what are the algorithms that we uses for detecting all over the visible object parts and eliminate for all over the invisible surface part. Okay. So first to goes our first methodology, that's your back face detection. In case of back face detection, here a solid object, that means there are surfaces which are facing the viewer or front faces, and there are surfaces which are opposite to the viewer, that's your back faces. That means suppose any solid object, and in case of solid object there have two faces. if the viewer to be facing the given surfaces, that's your front space, and the opposite part of the viewer, that's your back faces. These back faces contribute to approximately half of the total number of surfaces. Since we cannot see these surfaces anyway, to save processing time, we can remove them before the clipping process with a simple test. And here each surface has a normal vectors, and if this vector is pointing in the direction of the center of projection, here it is a front face and can be seen by the viewer. If it is pointer away from the center of projection, it is back face, and here the user cannot be seen by the viewer. Here the test is very simple. That means if the z component of the normal vector is positive, then it is back face. If the z component of the vector is negative, it is front face. That means this technique only caters well for non-overlapping convex polygons. Okay, that means here is the polygon structures where there are two faces, that's your front face and that's your back face. Here the user to be visible only these portions, but that to be eliminated this back face portions. It to be provides one constraints. If the normal vectors that to be greater than to 0, that means here if the z coordinate elements that to be positive in natures, that means it to be back face. If the z to be negative in natures, that's to be front face. And by using this given conditions, it to be accessing all over the visible portion elements. But there is some disadvantages occurs in case of back face detections. What are they? If there is a situation arises that more than one object together are represented in a scene in such a way that some part of an object or sometimes an entire object hidden behind some other object, and in this case this hidden object we cannot be view of. That means all over the things that to be eliminated. Also its front space. For examples, suppose it's one type of solid object. As you know, when the viewers to be viewing this given object, here the viewers only to be viewing the front portions. The viewer cannot be viewing the backside portions. So in this case, how all over the front space elements the user to be easily detected. So in this case, it uses one technique, that's your back face detection mechanisms. Okay, as you know, in case of 3D coordinate elements, it contains 3 coordinate. If the z coordinate elements that to be greater than to 0, that means here the user to be viewing all over the front face informations. But if the z is less than to 0, that means it to be eliminate all over the object space elements. Okay. So by using this given simple rules, the back face detections to be detecting all over the viewing portion of the given object and eliminate all over the hidden portion of the object. Okay. But there is some disadvantages. So what are the disadvantages? As you know, the back face detection techniques to be uses always the solid object. So here is the solid object. When we have to taking another types of object on the backside position of the given object, solid object, maybe the user cannot viewing the second object. That means this second object the user cannot be viewing. So how the second object front space the user to be viewing very easily, so that in this case another algorithms to be used. So what are they? That's your depth buffer technique. So now goes to our next technique, that's your depth buffer methods. In case of depth buffer techniques, here it compare the surface depth at each pixel position on the projection plane. That means here object depth is usually measured from the view plane along the z-axis of the viewing systems, and after that it requires 2 buffers. One is the image buffer and other is called as z buffer, or otherwise to be called as that's your depth buffer. Each of these buffers has the same resolution as the image to be captured. That means as the realistic image to be provided. Okay, and after that here it also used when the surface to be processing, here The image buffer is used to store the color values of each pixel position, and the Z buffer is used to store the depth value for each XY positions. That means how that to be scanning? Here, first initially each pixel of the Z buffer is set to the maximum depth value. That means the depth of the back clipping plane. Then after, the image buffer is set to the background color. Then after, surfaces are rendered one at a time. After that, for the first surface, the depth value of the each pixel is calculated. And lastly, if this depth value is smaller than the corresponding depth value in the Z buffer, here it is to be very closer to the viewpoint, then both the depth value in the Z buffer and the color value in the image buffer are replaced by the depth value. And here the color value of the surfaces calculation at the pixel positions. And lastly, that to be processing all over the elements as long as, that means and lastly that to be processing all over the pixel elements one by one until all over the destination object which is to be visible, that to be drawn up. As you know, here the depth buffer refresh techniques to be, as you know, here the depth buffer and refresh buffers to be used for avoiding whatever the collisions to be occurs in case of backface detection mechanisms. So that it uses two buffers for the data calculations. One is the one normal refresh buffer and another one is the depth buffer. And here the depth buffer to be stores depth values for each XY positions, and here all positions are initialized the minimum depth usually 0. Then after that another buffers that to be uses, that's your refresh buffer. Here the refresh buffer to be stores the intensity values for each position, and here all positions are initialized to the background intensity. So now to check how that to be possible by using your algorithm. First, initialize the two buffers. One is the depth buffer and another one is the refresh buffer. Here the depth buffer to be storing all over the depth value of the given object pixel elements, and the refresh buffers to be stores the pictures, images, background color elements. Then after, for each position on each polygon surfaces, calculate the depth for each XY position on the polygons. That means as here initialize the depth value of the first pixel position, that's your 0, then we have to calculate all over the pixel positions which is to be visible above the polygons. Here, if the Z is greater than to depth of XY, Z is the normal frame buffer value that to be greater than to depth of XY, then set depth of XY value equal to Z and refresh of XY equal to, that's your I surfaces of XY. Okay, and that procedures to be repeating as long as all over the pixel elements to be calculating its depth value for finding the viewer's closest pixel elements through which the visible surface picture elements to be detected. Okay, and it to be provides higher resolutions 1024 by 1024 over a million positions in the depth buffers, and it processing one section of the scene at a time, and it need a smaller depth buffers, and here the buffer is reused for the next session. That means first it to be storing first pixel positions, after that when this pixel points to be visible by the human being, then after this frame buffers to be used for the next pixel point data calculations. By using the given depth buffer techniques, how the viewers to be viewing all over the hidden front elements of the given any object which is to be hidden by the other object, in this case all over the objects to be easily viewable. That means what are the problems or collisions to be occurs in case of backface detection mechanisms, that to be solved by using your depth buffer technique. That means by using depth sorting mechanisms, here it provides one mechanisms. By using image space methods, pixel by pixel it to be calculated all over the different portion of the object elements. Okay, so on first session of the surface detection methods, we have to learn about two methods through which the surface detections mechanisms to be detected all over the 3D images which is to be visible, and also the 3D images part which is to be eliminated. Okay, that means first we have to detecting all over the visible surface which is to be the user to be viewing, as in case of 3D all over the object the user cannot be viewing directly. So how all over the different solid object that to be accessing all over the visible portions in accuracy way, so that we have to use the surface rendering methods. So the surface rendering methods to be initially provides two methods, one is the image space methods and another one is the object space methods. In case of object space methods, here the viewers to be viewing all over the graphical object elements by object space to object space. That means here first object space to be comparing with another object elements through the scene declarations. If these scene declarations to be finding the given object portions, then after that it to be viewing by the viewers. But another methods that to be provides, that's your image space methods. In case of image space methods, all over the 3D pictures to be detecting by using pixel by pixels, and in case of image space methods it uses two buffers, one is the depth buffers and another one is the, that's your frame buffers. Here the depth buffer to be calculating all over the pixel position depth value, and the frame buffers to be providing all over the color intensity value of the given object elements. Okay. So for today's class that's all. In next sessions I will discuss about the different other methodology through which the surface detection mechanisms to be detecting all over the visible surface object elements. So for today's class that's all. Thanking thou.